In this question, we're going to be using law of sines to solve our triangle. This one, let's take a look at the information that we're given here. We have angle A is 40 degrees. We have angle B is 60 degrees. We'll have to find angle C, and then we're given some information about side A, which is 4, and we're going to have to find side B and side C. So let's go ahead and work with our first angle here. We know that our three angles in a triangle are going to add up to be 180 degrees. So we have 40 degrees plus 60 degrees plus angle C should give us 180. And if we go ahead and subtract 100 from both sides here, we're going to get angle C should be 80 degrees. So now let's go ahead and find one of the additional pieces of information. And it doesn't matter which one we work with first. Let's go ahead and find side B. And I'm going to go ahead and use my law of sines formula, which is located down here towards the bottom. Keep in mind I only need 2 out of those 3 fractions. So let's go ahead and work with this portion of it. And we can go ahead and fill in the pieces that we know. So angle A is 40 degrees, so we're going to have sine of 40 degrees over 4 equals sine of 60 degrees over side B. And in order to solve this, we have 2 fractions here with an equal sign between it. We could go ahead and multiply both sides by our denominators, the 4b, or we could go ahead and cross multiply. The choice is yours. Go ahead and do whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply here. So I've got b times sine of 40 equals 4 times sine of 60. And then I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by sine of 40. So when I go to my calculator, I'm going to type in 4 times sine of 60. I'll get an answer, and then I'll go ahead and divide that by sine of 40 degrees. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode here. And this is going to give me a value of I'm going to go to 2 decimal places, 5.39. And now we can go ahead and calculate side C. So I'm going to go back to my law of sines formula, and I'm going to go ahead and pick sine of A over A, and this time I'm going to set that equal to sine of C over C. And I'll go ahead and plug in the information that we have. This is sine of 40 degrees over 4 equals sine of 80 degrees over side C. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Right, I'm going to cross multiply. So I'll get C times sine of 40 equals 4 times sine of 80. And then I'll go ahead and divide both sides here by sine of 40. And then we can go to our calculator and we can go ahead and type this in to get our side length C. And this is going to come out to be 6.13. And you want to give your answer just a final check here. Keep in mind your smallest side length should be across from your smallest angle, and your largest side length should be across from your largest angle. Also keep in mind that when you're working with this problem, you are not allowed to use Pythagorean theorem because you do not have a right triangle. You're also not allowed to use your other trig functions, sine, cosine, and tangent, etc., because you're not working with a right triangle. So just make sure you kind of keep some of those components in mind as you're working through this.